This is the It's All About Cooking Show. Join us to see what's cooking up in our kitchen. From delicious recipes, nutritional food facts, healthy eating tips, all from guest chefs, nutritionists, health and wellness experts, and foodies from all over the globe. With show hosts Paul and Keisha. And executive chef host Freddie Cole from Cooking with P.D. Nature. The It's All About Cooking Show starts now.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to It's All About Cooking Show. This is your host, Paul, and
Keisha.
And our executive chef host, Mr.
Freddie Cole.
Oh, there you go. Better known as
P.D. Nature.
Oh, and there you go.
Yeah, I had to clear my throat. Y'all forgive me, I had to clear my throat. Well, what's up, P.D. Nature? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Excited to be back here again this week in the studio live, and we are so excited. This week we have the honor and the privilege to have with us Chef Inetta J. Cooper. I tell you, Freddie, we're going to have some fun tonight. And I just want to tell our listeners that are tuned in here with us tonight a little bit about her. Now, she says that there is a distinction between being a chef and being a cook. It is very different. There are many, many cooks around, but a good chef is pure gold. Now, we know that for a fact because we got a pure gold chef right here.
Yes, we do.
Yes. And she considers being a chef as a calling, like being a priest or an artist. And she feels that there is nothing else more important in life. And we're going to come right back to that bio. Honey, take over for a second.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to read the bio in just a moment. But, so, Freddie, what's up with you?
Oh, nothing much. I had an exciting weekend. My clients was very excited. I did one of my amazing rice recipes that actually it turned out to be what I call a freestyle in cooking, but it actually turned out to be a really, really great recipe that people love, and it's my red rice with crumbs.
Oh, yum.
So I made that this weekend, and people just love it. I love it myself. It's really, really good. Other than that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, and I'm excited about life. I'm just moving on to the next level and growing into the next level and into the next level.
That's exactly right. That's the way to do it. You know, keep on moving to those higher levels.
Yes.
Especially with, and that's what we do it's all about cooking. That's why we put out those different recipes for everybody to move on to a different level of cooking.
Yes, definitely. And I posted the chicken marsala that we prepared last week on the It's All About Cooking page. So, ladies and gentlemen, definitely go to the It's All About Cooking page on Facebook and get the recipes, and also post your recipes. We would love to see your recipes on the page, and hopefully you'll be selected to be one of our guests on the show.
Yes, we're looking forward to it, so put those recipes out there. Get to cooking.
Get to cooking. I'm sorry, we were having some technical issues, and I had to take care of them real quick. But I am back. Please excuse us to our listeners and our guest. And we were talking about our guest here that we have today. And we're talking about Miss Inetta Cooper.
Inetta.
Now, as I was saying, she was talking about a chef as a calling, like being a priest or an artist. And there's nothing more important in life to her than that, and nothing else that can satisfy her and gives her more joy than the art of food. Now, being a chef to her means, you can give to other people. And, we know that because we give every week here. But how much praise, it's not about how much praise or money you can make. The money is not the main thing that will come when people come, because wherever she goes, people flock in from everywhere for her food. And we're going to find out so much more about that. And she has interest in hospitality industry. She has a passion for food and cooking, a good communication and people skills, ability to work as a part of a team, plan time, and she has organizational skills. She has the ability to stay calm in difficult situations. I hope she's calm over there in the green room with all this disturbance going on. But I believe she is, because she's a very high level and person. She has the ability to stand for long periods of time, and unfortunately, just starting out, we ain't got no chairs over there except for the table where we eat.
She can lean against
already
it.
set, so she don't want to sit there. But she can lift heavy pots and pans and work in close proximity with other people. She's an experienced event planner. She's efficient in accounting and business finances. And to be a cook, you really need to have all of this stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Now, her professional list is just outrageous, I tell you. She has been with Sam's Soul Food and Seafood Cafe, Hemingway, Fish Net Seafood Restaurant, BNP Advertising and Marketing. She's been on TV, talk show host, and executive producer, a journalist, a speaker, an author. She has several cookbooks out. She has had television appearances on TBN, Power Gospel Hour, Preach the Word, Babby's House, Atlanta Live 57, Cornerstone TV, Jews Show, and many, many more. She also has hosted a radio show, Healthy Churches USA, which is live every Wednesday on 102.1 FM in Greensville, South Carolina. I tell you, there's so much more, but we want to get her in here. We want to get her in here so we can get to the food. Get to the food. I mean, she just sounds awesome. Miss Inetta, Chef Inetta J. Cooper, welcome. First off, right from the start, please forgive us for our technical issues and having you wait over there in the green room so long, but we welcome you here too. It's all about cooking.
Okay. Yeah, I had some food over there, so I just helped myself.
Oh, okay.
While I waited.
Some Freddie's leftovers.
Yes, I did.
We have so much from week to week. We have to put it in the fridge.
I made myself at home, so it's
good.
All good.
I'm so glad you did. I hope you kicked off your shoes and just got comfortable.
Yes, I did. I got comfortable.
We comfortable.
Enjoy your hospitality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, we are so excited to have you here this evening. Now, can you fill in the spaces for us where I did not get all of the bio? Tell us about your books.
Okay. Well, I have 2 books, 2 virtual books, and I have an e-book as well called The Garden of Eden, where and that's the one that I really have. I give that to a lot of people because I believe that food is medicine.
Commercial interrupted. Did you say give that to a lot of people?
I have given that book, yes.
Okay, so after the end of the show, we'll make sure you have our addresses and everything.
Okay, all right.
My wife usually says, I want one.
I definitely will do it. I've given it to a lot of people because it has a lot of what different foods you can eat for different ailments instead of all this medication that we take. God provided all the medicine that we need, but it's just a matter of us knowing what to take and to utilize food the way that God intended. It's supposed to be for energy. It's supposed to be for nutrition. It's supposed to be for ailments, things that ail us. And it's supposed to be for enjoyment as well. Food answers all things. Just like money, food answers all things. Food will make you happy. That's why food is my passion. It will definitely make you happy. And it's something, when you're looking around to go in business, you should go in business with something that people have to have. And that is food, water, and eventually a cemetery plot. So that means that you have to, because you have to go into business for people, things that people need, things that they can't do without. And that's one thing that's inevitable, is life, and then it's the dash in between, and then it's death. So for life, we have to have food and water. So that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. I love to give people joy, and especially I do meal preps for people as well. So every week I have different people that I prepare their meals for them ahead of time, like 7 days in advance. So their breakfast, lunch, and their dinner. And these are people that have health disparities. I have one client that has Parkinson's disease. Another, she's 95 years old. She has early stages of Alzheimer's. But they could not get her to eat anything, and the gentleman that has Parkinson's disease, nothing tastes good. Nothing tasted good to him. Everything tasted like wood. So I do all of his meals, and now he eats all the time. He eats every day. He eats 3 meals a day. And the same with the 95-year-old woman. She does as well. She eats every day. She's like she will let her nurse know what it is that she wants. Sometimes she wants mashed potatoes and gravy, or she wants chicken, country fried chicken. And what I do is I do her chicken in a chicken breast with mushroom gravy. But I don't add all of the fat to it. But I do give her added calories, because at 95 years old, you should be eating. You need more calories, because you're actually losing body mass. And I didn't mean to get into all of that, but just it kind of evolved.
Okay.
I think apparently it's somebody that needs it. I don't know.
Well, you said mushrooms, so I was done.
But I was just trying to make a point as to why food is so important, because it is part of it's a mental thing as well. So mentally, they look forward that their food is the only thing they have to look forward to. The gentleman with Parkinson's disease, the same way. He looks forward every week to see what it is that he has. He always opens up his cooler and he looks at every single meal, and he'll say, I'm going to have this Tuesday, I'm going to have this Wednesday, and he's excited. So food brings joy as well as gives us nutrition. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why I love what I do. I love the joy of cooking. I love the joy of teaching people how to appreciate food and how to utilize food the way God intended for it to be. So I'm going to shut up and let somebody ask me a question.
You're fine. Freddie can get on a roll sometimes. I get on a roll. Keisha can get on a roll. But, we're just here to have fun and talk about food. It's all about cooking. But what we're going to hear real quick is we're just going to take a station break and hear from one of our sponsors, Larry W. Robinson, with the gospel updates. and then we'll be right back with It's All About Cooking with Paul and Keisha and our executive chef, Freddie Cole, and our guest for the evening, Miss Inetta J. Cooper. Hang in there with us and don't leave. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry W. Robinson, and this is Gospel Updates, your gospel entertainment news report. Today's episode is brought to you by Gospel Updates e-magazine as well as gospelupdates.com. Today, I want to share with you a new song titled Jealous by one of my favorite recording artists, Anthony Nelson and the Overcomers. They have brought us hit songs like Deeper and Undeserved. Their new single, Jealous, takes us to a deeper place of worship. Let's take a listen.
That's why you're jealous for my good. You're jealous for my heart. Jealous God, jealous God, the jealous God you are.
You are listening to Gospel Updates. I am your host, Larry W. Robinson, and I'll have more after this.
Bishop Bernard Jordan and Bishop George Bloomer are assembling a host of prophets and prophetics in New York, New York on March 21st through 22nd. Register free today at mypropheticcollege.com. Come to collaborate and participate in this 2-day Q&A roundtable with some of the leading prophetic voices in the nation. Get your questions answered concerning the prophetic. Register free today at mypropheticcollege.com. That's mypropheticcollege.com.
We're back, and you're listening to Gospel Updates. I'm your host, Larry W. Robinson. Before the break, I shared with you a new single titled Jealous by one of my favorite recording artists, Anthony Nelson and the Overcomers. I wanted to know the premise behind the song, so I reached out to Anthony Nelson to see what he had to say.
Hey Larry, thank you once again for having me on your broadcast. I wrote Jealous, this worship ballad, so that we can remember that God desires and requires undivided worship from us. Sometimes we want to worship God, but also worship other things, and those other things can easily become idols in our lives. So in order for us to engage in deeper worship with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we need to first understand that He's a jealous God, and He wants worship only for Him. So I hope that your listeners enjoy our new song, and thank you so much, brother.
Jealous, the new single from Anthony Nelson and the Overcomers, is available wherever great music is sold. You've been listening to Gospel Updates, your gospel entertainment news report. I am your host, Larry W. Robinson. For these and other happenings in the world of gospel, visit gospelupdates.com. Also, visit gospelupdates.com to submit gospel happenings in your community today. That's gospelupdates.com. Thanks for listening. Now stay tuned.
Yes, and do make sure that you tune in right here on Sensational Sounds Radio for your gospel updates. And also on tomorrow, we had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Larry Robinson on our broadcast Live to the Point with Paul and Keisha. And he'll be with us tomorrow in the studio. So we're excited about that. So make sure you tune in, and that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Sensational Sounds Radio. Now back to our guest, Miss Inetta Cooper, as we are calling her tonight, Miss Inetta. And we're going to open it up and see if Mr. Freddie, Chef P.D. Nature, or Miss Keisha have any questions for you. And I want to hear from my co-host. Did they run away? They must, Miss Inetta, they must be in the room. No. My goodness.
They're tired.
Well, arm sore maybe, but.
Well, my wife and our arms are a little sore tonight because we both got pneumonia shots today, so we're kind of holding on to our arms in pain. She got a heating pad on, and I can't use it because she's using it. It ain't a double heating pad. But I'll be all right till after the show. But do you have any questions, honey? We'll let the ladies go first. Freddie, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, thank you.
She got a mouthful of gumbo.
I'd like to hear about her recipes more before I ask a question.
Yes, we're gonna get to that in our second half of our show. Okay. We're going to let her come and share some of her recipes, but we just wanted the listener audience to find out a little bit more about her. Now, Freddie, listening to her and kind of reminds me of a lot to the point, if you can't get to the point of it, what's the sense of it? Well, if you can't cook it in a pot and stir it, what's the sense of it? But what would you say to a colleague in the field? I mean, if you all were sitting in the kitchen together, what would you two start talking about as chefs?
Well, I would definitely like to know what inspired and encouraged her to do a healing cookbook of food, because that's pretty much what she has. And, I like to tell people all the time that, we're doctors of food, and we have to be very conscious of what goes in people's bodies and how we can help enhance their health and the betterment of their health.
Right. That's right. You're absolutely right. We have to be conscious of what we put into our bodies, but we also have to we must enjoy the food. It must taste good. We got to answer all of your tastes, the sweet, the sour, the spicy. I think there, and I forgot how many, but it's called the Ayurveda diet. And it's not really a diet, but when I say diet, I don't really mean a diet that where you lose weight, but the type of food that you're eating. And so the Ayurveda, it answers all of those senses. It you get something sour, you get something sweet, you get something that will give you comfort, because that's what food does as well. It gives you energy. It answers all things. So we must be aware that there are foods that we can eat for certain things. Like I heard you all say you went and got a pneumonia shot today. Well, if you had what you can do, if you have some sort of upper respiratory infection coming or anything like that, what you do is you drink a lot of cranberry juice and you take cranberry supplements and you eat a lot of steamed cabbage. You front load on all of that stuff and you flush your system. And once you flush your system, then you flush out all that infection. And food will do that without medication. But I do not tell people not to take your medication. We have to be careful when we're talking about certain things. But people say, "Oh, they said I don't have to take my medication anymore. I'm lowering my blood pressure. I'm flushing my blood." No, that's not.
And
what
I'm one of those ones because I don't like pills anyway. So I'll be like, they told me I don't have to take these pills.
But you still have to monitor. You still got to monitor. Because see, we're supposed to be eating what's indigenous to the area in which we came from. It's like if you're, and I'm saying this very, very respectfully, if you're Chinese, you eat food from China. If you're Indian, you eat food from India. If you're of the African descent, you eat food from Africa. And now we know that we're made up of all different types of background. So, but you eat the food that is the DNA that's most prevalent.
Well, I'm going to be Italian tonight.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to be Italian today.
Well, the one you got some Italian in you as well.
Yeah, so that's why I said I'm going to be Italian tonight. The other night I was Asian and had me some Chinese food, and on Sunday I had some soul food. I was African American.
Exactly.
I like the way you said that, though. That is so true.
I'm Geechee, so I'm here down. I live in actually live in Savannah, so I love it. I'm not originally from Savannah. I'm originally from Kingstree, South Carolina, but we still all along the coast. So that's why we eat food from the ocean. We eat a lot of fish, crabs. We were eating crabs before they commercialized them. So we ate crab, because we ate everything from the ocean. And as you know, and I'm saying this, I'm being respectful again, but we as black folk, we can take shoe leather and turn it into stew beef.
Come on, man.
When you take it, we can make it taste good. So we took anything, whatever they threw at us, we took it and we made it taste good. We know how to make food taste good. That's why the best cooks, and I'm not just because I'm of African descent, but the best cooks, we may not be the richest or the wealthiest because we don't have the opportunities the others have, but the very best cooks in the United States are of African descent. They cannot light a candle to us. We can cook anything, and we can take anything, and we can make it taste good. And they're not. And we don't even. You don't even have to go to any kind of formal training. It's like recipes that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. We can make it taste good. So
make a very good point there. That is so true. Especially when you say, and I like the way you said it, you said take whatever's thrown at us, because a lot of people don't realize, and I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Freddie and Keisha, that, back in the slavery days, what were we getting? Stuff that was thrown at us, scraps from the table, and we made the best of it. So, that's really, in all respect, that's really a true comment and statement.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was brought up on the farm. We were sharecroppers, and so we had the pigs, and I would fall in love with the pigs, and I'd beg my granddaddy, please don't kill the pig, please don't kill the pig. But he'd have to kill the pig because that's how we ate. That was our food. We took that ham and we hung it up. He had a smokehouse, and he hung that ham up in the smokehouse and cured it. So all of that comes from, us having to survive. A lot of the recipes come from learning how to survive. And what we don't know is a lot of food came from Africa. We brought them over here as slaves that we should be eating. It's like okra, for instance. A lot of people don't like okra because they say it's slimy and whatever. But okra fights diabetes. It fights cancer. It brings down your blood pressure. It's a diuretic. So if you include okra in your diet, and I love okra. I can eat them every day, and they are so good for you. There are all kinds of ways to prepare it. If take it and you can cut them in chunks, and you can stir fry them in olive oil until they're tender. Put some green onions in them, some yellow sweet onions in them, salt and pepper, and just some garlic powder and onion powder. And you use the garlic powder and the onion powder because your body absorbs them faster. It absorbs it faster than the granulated kind. And garlic and onions are also good to fight colds. So you should be putting that in all of your food. Your seasonings, your herbs, your spices, everything has a purpose. A medicinal purpose. Not only do it taste good, but it has a medicinal purpose where it will help to alleviate some of the health problems that you have or help to fight it other than, I have one client that actually had diabetes, and we started her And now, so I started her. She really didn't know what okra was, but she liked it. The way that I prepared it, she liked it. But now her medicine has been cut in half. You know, she does not have to have as much medicine as she used to have before. You know, so it's just so amazing what food will do if you just take the time to. I mean, there's so much information out there now. Information is everywhere on the internet, so it's everywhere. It's no excuse whatsoever. So I know my time is getting short, and you have to just tell me, shut up, Inetta, and let somebody else
no,
talk.
we can't do that to you live on the air. We can't, because then we'll get no guests, because they'll be like, ooh, they beat up their guests.
Well, look, you can look at me funny, roll your eyes, or do something. Y'all just let me just go on and on.
Yeah, just look at our facial expressions. You know, we're like bobbing our heads.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, you're good. But I have a question for you. And we're going to give you 2 minutes to answer the question. Then we're going to go to
2 minutes.
Break.
Okay.
2 minutes.
All right.
Because we want to bring you back. We want to start sharing some recipes and see what we're going to cook up here. Because, I heard my wife's stomach and went grumbling. This is about the time Freddie starts cooking. And I see you got some things over here prepared for us. So I'm interested in seeing what you got going on over here. It looks good.
Okay.
All about them mushrooms. Y'all can keep those. You know what I said about them mushrooms in this kitchen, Freddie?
Yes.
I'm allergic
mushrooms
to
are manna from heaven. Did you know that? Mushrooms
they're not manna from heaven for this one. I cannot eat mushrooms. I am highly allergic.
That's what God gave the children of Israel to eat when they woke up that morning to feel.
But he didn't give them the fall green leaf because they'll kill me. I'm allergic to them. I'm definitely allergic to mushrooms. So God bless God, and I appreciate his mushrooms, but he did not create this soul to eat them, unfortunately.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Well, bless those that can have. I just can't. I ain't trying to get to my death before I'm supposed to get there.
No, we don't want you to die.
But,
we don't want that.
My question is, and Freddie, you can answer this too. I actually want to hear both y'all's takes. So you have 2 minutes, and Freddie has 2 minutes. Now, I've noticed an uprising of more female chefs. Now, as a female chef, do you feel it's more competitive for a female chef than being a male chef? What is your take on that? And Freddie, the same question to you. Do you feel it's becoming more competitive for a man chef with a women chef on the uprise?
Well, to me, it's more competitive. It's more competitive for a female chef because a chef has been a man's world. And so now we're having more women come up, because all we knew about was Julia Childs. She was the only chef we saw on television, and then some others, started to come along, but it's more competitive for women, but I believe it's the playing field is going to level off. Because now it's more money involved. It's a matter of money. I'm getting ready to open up 2 restaurants, one in Savannah and one in South Carolina, and I'm going to open them up simultaneously. So it's more people are eating out, and more people are looking for different experiences. Eating experiences. Some people want healthy. Some people just want to, they just want the pork, the pigtails and the pig feet and they want all of that. And now lots of times you can't even find it in restaurants, but they want to go back to that. They want it. So on a business standpoint, you have to give the people what they want, but then on the other hand, you still have to look at the healthy aspect as well. But that's where the competition comes in because women are more likely to eat, to a diet than men are. So that's the edge that we have. That's my 2 minutes.
And Freddie?
I'm
counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Well, for me, I do agree with what she said. But on the flip side of things, as far as catering and the entertainment part of the food business, women have come a long way, and they are getting more contracts. The way that it's been going lately, a woman would get a contract before I would in the entertainment business, and it has a lot to do with sex appeal, and also as far as because a lot of women are good, because naturally it's just natural. It comes natural for a woman, just like raising a baby and raising children. So when you're professionally trained and you add the two together, and people can see that and realize that, and then you have the looks and the charisma and everything else to go along with it, there are getting more contracts and bigger contracts than the average man on the entertainment side of catering and things of that nature. So,
I looking at the food and not the person, Freddie.
Well, I'm just telling you.
You know I was going to get you on that one.
Well, I'm just.
They're supposed to be looking at the food, not the lady.
Well, I know, I personally know some women, some big time women, chefs that's has really big contracts in Atlanta, and they do entertainment catering, and they're doing very, very well, very, very well. And like I said, they would get the contracts before I would.
So are you saying that because of their cooking abilities and their abilities to maybe entertain more than a man, or I'm just giving this out here, because this is interesting things to know, especially as Christian men and women, or for their sex appeal. What is it that when it comes to a man's sex appeal and a woman's sex appeal? Because to me, I think I'm sexy when I'm cooking in the kitchen, at least my wife.
Well, I tell you what, it is just like, and I know you heard this saying before, and all the listeners have heard this saying before, people eat with their eyes. So the same thing goes for the ambiance, you know what I'm saying? So, you can pretty much see where I'm going with that. So a beautiful woman preparing your meal just
makes
might be
the
a
food
little
look
bit
better.
Right. It might be a little better than a masculine guy, that want to talk some junk and stuff like that.
Okay, so is that why my food's so good, honey? Because I'm so good looking.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we're going on that note. We're going to go to the station break. We're going to hear from our sponsors. You are tuned in here live, and we're just having a really good time here in the kitchen. At It's All About Cooking with Miss Inetta and our boy, our cousin, our uncle, our nephew. No, it's not Kirk Franklin, but it's Freddie Cole, Chef Freddie. And we're going to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you. Hang in there with us.
When you tune in to Sensational Sounds Radio, you'll hear music you enjoy from artists you know and love listening to, such as Mark Stagger's So Amazing. Thou art worthy. Tina Campbell, We Live In.
Let me go! T-Real! Shining bright, going
Tina, you are.
You are Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. You're a mighty, strong tower. Yes, God, I'll be with you to the end.
So don't miss out on great music for your mind, soul, and spirit on Sensational Sounds Radio.
Yes. I tell you, every time I hear that commercial, I just get to bouncing because it's such great music on the station, Sensational Sounds Radio. And I tell you, when they say, that we play the sounds of music that are smooth for your soul, your mind, and your spirit to the beat of your heart. How many know? Eddie, Keisha, y'all makes our heart beat when we listen to this station, and we have such great programming too. It's just so exciting what God is doing here this year and the station. We're really excited. We've had some awesome guests, and we have an awesome guest with us tonight here on It's All About Cooking, Miss Inetta J. Cooper, Chef Inetta Cooper. And we're so excited because we're getting ready to go over here in the kitchen here. She's going to share some recipes and some healthy cooking with us this evening. And we're going to give her about 10 or 15 minutes over here in the kitchen because we're about hungry and, we want to eat some of this good stuff. So, Miss Inetta, what's going on over here? Tell us what's going on.
Okay, over there, what I have for you all this afternoon is some soul food, but a healthy take on it. So what you got is cornbread salad. Now, don't know if you ever had, I know you had cornbread before, and I know you had salad before. But what I don't know is you had cornbread salad. So that's what you're going to have. And then on the side of that, because we gotta have your veggies and stuff, you're going to have collard greens. But it's not collard greens like you've had before. We all know collard greens goes with cornbread. But it's not your typical collard greens because these collard greens have been cooked, marinated overnight, but they have been cooked in the refrigerator with vinegar, apple cider vinegar. They marinated in the refrigerator all night long with apple cider vinegar, and it has other seasonings. They're almost pickled, but they're not. They're almost pickled, but they're not pickled, not really. And we just heat them up just a little bit. But they are still sort of crispy, but they are cooked just enough for the digestion because, collard greens has sometimes they have a tough exterior, and that's why people say the longer you cook them, the better they are. I know people cook collard greens all day long, but when you do that, you're cooking out all of your, taking out all the nutrients and everything. But what we do is we marinate them in the refrigerator overnight, and that tenderizes. And then we just heat them up. So that's your collard greens, and that's your cornbread salad. And then we've got some very, very lean grass-fed beef. And it's
that's in this pot here.
Yes, your grass-fed beef is in that pot with the is a cast iron ceramic pot, and they also have been cooking very slowly, and they have onions and peppers and garlic, celery, because I believe in letting things marinate so the seasoning can get all the way through them, and then I believe in cooking them low and slow. so that the flavor is there, but then you don't cook out all of the nutrients. And grass-fed beef is very tender. You don't have all of your additives and that sort of thing. So, so there you have it. You have your beef, and it's like I guess you could call it a Mongolian beef stew. It's not an American stew, but it's more like, because I don't. It's not a gravy in there. It's more like the juices marinate. The actual juices from the beef marinate. It's not any added anything in there. Anyway, you got your beef, you got your cornbread salad, and then you got your marinated collard greens.
Now, how long do you marinate collard?
The collard greens are marinated for overnight. Overnight is best, because if you pick your collard greens, and you know I've lived on a farm all my life, so this is a farm thing. If you get collard greens from the beginning of the season, then they're tender. But the longer they stay in the field, the tougher they get. So that's sometimes, you know, when you go to the grocery store and you get these really thick leaf collards and stuff, that means that they've been in the field a little bit longer, or, you know, they've been in the greenhouse or whatever. And it makes them thick, and then they have the thick stems and that kind of thing. But if you get them at the beginning of the season, they're a lot more tender, and they don't take as long. And so those are the best for marinating and be better for digestion. Collard greens is also a diuretic. It's, you know, it's a laxative. You can, you know, and I'm not talking about when you cook collard greens, you put all the ham hocks and all that, you know, everything, you know, how we flavor them, season them. You can season them without the ham hocks and the other salted meat, because that's what flavors them, is the salt. So you can take other seasonings, and especially with the marinating, you don't have to use the fat, the meat with a lot of fat on it. You can save that to eat something else. You know, so I believe in eating what you like. I don't believe in depriving yourself. I just believe in everything is in moderation. And when you eat something that you know that's going to affect your health, then what you should do is eat it in. If you want cheesecake, eat the cheesecake, but don't eat the whole pie. You know, you don't have to have the whole pie. You like potato pie? Eat potato pie. If that's what you like. If that's what you want, eat a piece of pie. Don't deprive yourself, but don't eat the whole thing one time. You know,
our executive chef, he specializes in cheesecakes.
Oh wow, really?
So he said, if you want the cheesecake, the whole cheesecake.
Yeah, I love cheesecake.
Yeah, eat the cheesecake first. Now, my wife is good for that. I will fix dinner, and at times I'll fix the dessert. She will eat the dessert, then eat the dinner. I'm like, you're supposed to have the dessert after that. Oh, but I want it now. I'm like, it's not dessert then.
Well, it's, you know, it's just, if you eat your dessert first, what is it going to do? I mean, you know, yeah, that's why I look at it. What's going to happen? You know, the world's going to end. What? You either eat your dessert first and then eat your other food. It's fine. It's like if you have dinner for breakfast, you know, what's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen if you?
I've had breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, breakfast for dinner. It doesn't make food is food. You know, we just call it. You know, you want to eat. What it is they say you need to eat something light that's easy to digest early in the morning. I don't believe that. I believe you should eat what makes you feel good, what can get you going for the day. You know, what you like, and keep it moving. You know, so that's my take on it. But anyway, now, we get over here to this food. This cornbread salad is.
Now let me ask you a question. Is this from which one of your cookbooks? Is this the food of God?
It's from the Delicious Diet Cookbook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's the book that it has no added sugar.
No sugar, no
added
salt, butter.
No butter, right.
Okay.
Yeah. But this cornbread salad does have ricotta cheese. And it does have cottage cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So it has mozzarella cheese. I use mozzarella cheese a lot. And I use ricotta cheese a lot. Because
I'm happy.
I believe that, I just believe that you need some little creaminess in your life. So that's why I use those things. But you got Greek seasoning. I use a lot of Greek seasoning. And I use sea salt, which all salt is comes from the sea, but it's just in its form, in its original form. So I use sea salt or I use Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt. Pink Himalayan salt is healthy for you as well. So we don't have pink Himalayan salt in this salad, which this has just a little bit of sea salt because ricotta cheese is salty by itself, and mozzarella cheese is salty as well. And then you have the whole kernel corn. I have stevia for sweetener. Or you can use honey. If you don't have stevia, you can use honey. Or agave nectar is also a sweetener as well. I don't use granulated sugar, not a lot. And sometimes I do, but most of the times I use honey, stevia, or agave nectar, which are natural sweeteners. And I may use like apple jelly. It has sweetener in it too, and it has high fructose corn syrup. So there you go. Anyway, you got cumin and dried parsley, Greek seasoning, black pepper, stevia or honey, and a little bit of horseradish, which is, kind of hot. It's 1 teaspoon of that.
Like particular non-sugar products, can you use others like Splendor or anything like that?
I don't recommend artificial sweeteners because that's just what they are, artificial. They're made in a laboratory. If God didn't make it, right? If God didn't make it, you shouldn't eat it because your body is designed to eat the food that God created. Now, there's a lot of genetically mutated food, like food without seeds. It's a mutated food, so we're not. We're not even going to go into that. But just being simple, just being simplistic, just don't artificial sweeteners. We should not be eating. That's what causes a lot of diabetes. That's what causes a lot of health problems because God did not design our bodies to absorb artificial food. So we do honey. If there are people that are vegan, they don't eat anything from an animal. So then they would use agave nectar, which comes from a plant, or stevia, which comes from a plant. And in this cornbread salad, we also have green peppers, and we have some pinto beans, and everything is layered. So as you dip into it, you're going to get your cornbread is on the bottom, and then your beans, and then your corn, and then your cheese, and then your layers start all back over again. And then on the top, we have the bell peppers and the tomatoes and the onions. So everything is layered in a beautiful. Put it in this beautiful glass bowl, and they can see what it is, and they're kind of curious. And then you end at the top. You got your layer of cornbread at the top, and then your layer of cheese and cottage cheese, which you're gonna mix together and put that on top of your cornbread, and then put your green peppers, your onions, and your tomatoes on top of that. And when you dig into it, it's surprisingly very, very tasty.
It sounds delicious, you guys.
Yes.
I'll get over here very shortly and eat this. Now, before we go and bless the food and eat, Inetta, can you tell our listeners where the name of your two books, where they can buy them, your social media, and so on and so forth? And we're going to get Miss Inetta to share with us the recipe that she has shared tonight. And make sure you go over there on our Facebook page. It's all about cooking. And you can see that recipe, and we will also post all of her social media stuff and any information that she allows us to post over there for the broadcast. So if you would let them know where they can find your two books and where they can find you on social media.
Okay. I have 2 pages. Two pages. One is Inetta Chef Cooper, I think, and the other one is Holistic Chef Inetta Cooper. But if they just type in Inetta, Inetta Jenkins Cooper, it should come up, or just Inetta Cooper should come up. And then I have a page, which my friend page, I have maxed out on my friends on both pages, but they still can follow. But my business page is Inetta's Essentials, and that's INETTA''S Essentials. And I usually post on that. I put, I give, different foods for different ailments. I give tips on how to use apple cider vinegar, other things, other foods that will help bring down your high blood pressure, foods that are good for your immune system, for heart disease, beauty tips as to what to use on your face, your hair. Some of everything is on there. So I give a lot of information on that page. And then my ministry page is Women with Power, Inc. So Women with Power, INC. So that's www.facebook.com/Women with Power, Inc. And we put women on that page and we have men on the page as well. But we highlight women that are in business, women that are movers and shakers and getting things done out of, very little opportunities, but rise to the occasion. We salute them on this page. And I'm doing a tea here, or a tea in Savannah in April, and that's also going to be highlighting different women that have, that have overcome disadvantages to start their own business, or went to college, or just they got a new career, that kind of thing. So that's in April in Savannah, and I'll also post that. You can also find that on my Inetta Essentials page as well. So see you on social. Well, I also have an Instagram page. Same thing. Type in the name, but I'm not there as much as I'm on Facebook. So.
Well, definitely, you all have heard it here, right here live. Please do connect with Miss Inetta and go on over to. I know for a fact that she has her books on Amazon, so please go over there and order them books. Get you.
The books. The books are Delicious Diet Cookbook. And both of them are on Amazon, and the other is The Food of God. And The Food of God is a no-cooking cookbook. Nothing in that book is cooked. Everything is prepared raw. So, and that was one of my first volumes. So, but both of them are on Amazon. You can also type in my name, and the books will come up. That's usually how I find it.
Well, you've heard it here live. You want to make sure and go get those books. I tell you, Miss Inetta, we have had an awesome time with you this evening.
I had fun as well.
And we're going to, I like to turn the mic over to my host. Amen. Usually when we have a guest, we kind of quiet and we like to give them the floor, but we want to give room. Amen. I'm going to do ladies first because, Freddie, your brother, I don't be paying that much mind to him, No, Amen. We pick with them. Your wife on the way, bro. Your wife on the way.
Yes, most definitely.
Amen. But we had a Valentine's special not too long ago, and oh my goodness, he cooked up a beautiful meal, and he said, "I'm jetting because I can't deal with you two."
He even laid out the roses.
Yeah, he even laid out the roses, and but he said, "I'm leaving y'all two crazy folks out." I ain't. He ate a little with us. He said, "I'll be the third wheel for a minute," but. It was a beautiful dinner, but we thank God for our executive co-host. But Ms. Keisha, any last words? Any last quick questions to be answered?
Yeah, right.
We're right at our mark here.
I have one quick question. Now, with your cornbread salad, now because people are lactose intolerant, you have the cottage cheese in it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you substitute anything besides the cottage?
Yes, you can. There is a very good almond cheese, and it comes mozzarella, and it's also cheddar, and it's very, very good, and it tastes just like cheese, but it's made with almonds, and you can find it in Walmart and Publix, as a matter of fact. Just about any grocery store, any large grocery stores, like that. So, yeah. And if you want to substitute the cottage cheese, you can substitute that with yogurt.
Greek yogurt?
Yeah, you can substitute that with Greek yogurt as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good for us lactose intolerant people to know.
I can't wait to taste this cornbread salad. I'm just glad she didn't break out with some
with mushrooms.
No, with mushrooms. The okra, because y'all know I'd have just left them out of this. It's like okra.
Well, if you didn't even know the okra was in there, if you had tried it, you probably would have liked it. And then
you don't like okra.
Well, I'm talking about you.
Y'all heard it live. She's trying to get me to eat okra and don't like okra herself. Now, see, I do like, I call them trees. I love asparagus. She don't like asparagus.
Okay, asparagus are good for you.
Now, I do like grilled asparagus. Now, I have tasted grilled asparagus with other vegetables like onions and things like that, and that was good. But I'm not one for.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah,
okra
it really is.
An
acquired smell.
I found out I don't like escargot, so here we go. Freddie, any quick last questions, comments? Come on.
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
You got 1.5 seconds.
I just wanted to say, wow, okay, well, I'm done then. I just wanted to say thank you for coming aboard and sharing the recipes, and I definitely learned something today. I didn't know about the almond cheese. I'm lactose intolerant myself, and we do have some things in common because as far as recipes are concerned, because if they remember, we did a Caesar salad with cornbread croutons a couple weeks ago, and so I love the creativity. I'm definitely going to go check out your books, and it was very, very encouraging to me because I'm getting ready to release my first cookbook. So I definitely want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, and may you be very prosperous and blessed with your restaurant endeavors.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And,
you're very welcome.
Let us know when you're coming to open up one in Virginia. We'll let you come to ours when it opens. We are endeavoring. Well, I'm endeavoring to open up not a restaurant, but I want to open up an eatery, and we even have the name of it. Y'all will enjoy this. Now let's see if you can get it. Soulful.
Wow. I will come to that.
Did nobody hear me? It's going to be called Soulful.
So you can take it on two different levels.
Not soul, but soulful.
Okay. Soulful.
Yeah,
I got it.
So my concept was when people leave, and I even got it down to my little logo in my commercial, I'm going to have a man with a big belly, and he's going to be sitting there getting ready to leave the restaurant. He's going to be rubbing his belly going, I'm just so full. See? And that is copywritten for any of you all listeners out there. I know my chefs would not do that, but it is copywritten, so don't even think about it. Because I'll send my brother Freddie Cole after.
Well, you know,
and Chinese knives and whatever. We'll send him after you with his copper pan.
Copper pan and copper knife.
Someone like me. I'm into
I'm working on a food truck.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Somebody said for me to start, but I really I want to do the eatery kind of thing. Actually, what I'm trying to do is do it like combined with either a little corner store or a laundromat or something like that, where there's a lot of foot traffic, and you know. There's nothing, you know, they don't have, like if you're doing laundry, a lot of people don't want to leave their laundry to go grab something to eat, and they really haven't bought anything but some junk or whatever, and, you know, there's vending machines, so I figured something like that, on the lines of that, finding somewhere where I could connect it to a laundromat or even a car wash or something, you know, something different. I'm always thinking out of the box. But...
I just wanted to. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to share with the chef that the reason why I've been leaning towards a food truck is because over the years I have a cheesecake company. I've been making cheesecakes since 1995. So I'm also a gospel, hip hop, and reggae artist. So everywhere I go perform, everywhere I go, I have cheesecakes with me. So the idea of the food truck is to be able to take those cheesecakes and my food with me around the country as I do my shows and concerts and tours.
Oh gosh, that is excellent! I love that idea.
And his
love that.
Yes. I've been truly blessed. I'm now a little over 200 flavors of cheesecake.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're gonna blow up. I mean, blow up. I speak that over
keep eating
you right
cheesecake.
now.
You're gonna blow up, all right?
You're gonna blow up.
Wow.
On that note, you have been tuned in to It's All About Cooking with Paul and Keisha and our executive eating cheesecake blow up Freddie Cole.
And Soulful Paul.
And Soulful Paul, because he's eating on that cheesecake too, but he's going over there and get some of this cornbread salad. We have had the honor of having in the kitchen with us here tonight Miss Chef Inetta J. Cooper. Make sure y'all check out her Facebook, her social media, and definitely order her book. Hey, don't forget, we'll be right back here on next Thursday, same time, same channel, same station, Sensational Sounds Radio, where we play the sounds of gospel that are smooth for your soul, your mind, and your spirit, to the very beat of your heart. Miss Cooper, hang out here in the green room. We're going to come over here, and we're going to grub, we're going to fellowship. And,
let's slow down.
Enjoy each other's company.
Let's slow down,
am setting the table now.
Freddie ready to sit down.
Oh, I'm ready, Freddie.
Ready.
But we have enjoyed this show tonight. Freddie, are we coming with anything special next week that we want to let the listeners know? What you cooking up? What you cooking up? What we eating next week?
Well, next week we're gonna do our oven fried turkey.
Oh, all right, oven fried turkey. Oh, okay, and of course you are going to do Keisha's coconut rice too.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna do some.
Yes,
yeah,
we forgot, didn't you?
Well, that's good. And actually, next week, I'm going to share one of my desserts. So Freddie will be doing the main course, and I will be sharing one of my creations, and what I call it is a strawberry pate. And it's my wife's favorite. I created it what was it, a Christmas or Easter?
Easter. No, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes. So we'll be sharing that. So make sure you come and join us right here in the kitchen with Paul and Keisha and Freddie Cole on It's All About Cooking. Hey, we're out, and we'll see y'all all on next week. God bless you, and we love you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
You've been tuned into It's All About Cooking Show. Tune in here the same time next week.